So we are continuing yesterday. We started Hilchot Nachalot and the Rambam Sefer Mishpatim all the way at the end. Good morning, Larry. We are continuing yesterday's topic, Hilchot Nachalot, the Rambam all the way at the end.
Morning, Rabbi.
It's a Sefer Mishpatim all the way at the end, Hilchot Nachalot. We finished yesterday many halachot in Perek Aleph and Perek Bet. Let's go over a second. Halacha Yud Aleph. Perek Bet, Halacha Yud Aleph. Perek Bet, Halacha Yud Aleph. Says the Rambam, יוצא דופן והבא אחריו. Bechor for inheritance is the Bechor of the father, but he was born in a C-section. He's not considered the Bechor, and even the one that is born after him, even though he's the normal kid, the first normal kid. Normal kid means born regularly. He's not the Bechor. See, the C-section is not only halacha but Bechor. For instance, if someone was born on a C-section, the Brit Milah cannot take place on Shabbat. Yes. The Brit Milah cannot take place on Yom Tov Sheni Ayin, yes, because it's not considered a regular birth. The Torah says, "Ubayom Hashemini." If the mother is tamet, umat leida. If the baby was born with a C-section,
inheritance. Inheritance.
the Rambam says it's not considered a bechor. Yes, that's like a regular brat. It's not bechor. יוצא דופן והבא אחריו, but you see the Rambam is adding והבא אחריו, because you might think, what is a Bechor? The first child born, first natural one, he's the first natural one.
No, it's the first issue of the father.
Exactly.
Through a natural birth.
Exactly. Says the Rambam, the reason is, הראשון, כפי שלא נולד, he was not born means normal, naturally, ונאמר, וילדו לו בנים, natural birth, והשני שהרי קדמו אחר. Look on the next halacha in the Rambam, Murad, we have enough Rambam, just somehow we should have 4 of these. Look at halacha Yud Bet. Halacha Yud Bet. היו לו בנים בגיותו, a Gentile had children when he was a Gentile. ונתגייר, he converted. אין לו בכל הנחלה, even though this is the first child that he has as a Jew, see, but it's not your first biological child, yes? I mean, the best proof of that really is, we spoke many times, what happens if the Gentile converts and his children convert also? Let's say the son and the daughter as a Gentile. The entire family converts. He's not obligated now to try to have another son and a daughter for the mitzvah for who, because he has already existing children in the world. Okay, so we spoke. Yeah, it's a big.
So is natural Bechor will remain Bechor or not?
His son, after he converts, his son is not his son anymore, because halachically, the conversion is like a newborn. Yes? But as far as inheritance, a Bechor is the first of the father, biologically, physically, and a normal birth. The Rambam says, Aval, listen to this, Israel, שהיה לו בן מן השפחה, let's say he was a Jewish slave, was assigned self-tutor, and he has a child with her, which is permitted. And he has a child with her. Then he remarries to a regular Jewish woman. The first child that he has is a Bechor. How is it possible?
It's interesting, it's not his first issue.
No, what's the answer? So
We
look
just
at the-
learned it yesterday that the shifcha, that we learned it yesterday, that the son of a shifcha is not a bechor. Didn't we have it yesterday?
Yeah,
Not
talk
only
about his
that,
next child.
Not,
Next child,
he's,
if he
he's
goes-
asking
If he goes back home.
if he's a goy and he has a child and he converts and he has a Jewish woman now, he has a
Doesn't
first
have a
child,
before.
it's not a
Doesn't have
bechor.
before.
Why?
No, we already
Because
had it.
physically he has.
Yeah.
Here, this one is
There's a
exactly
case
the same.
where
He has already a,
He fathered a
look,
child that
look how
wasn't.
the Rambam is using
What's the law?
his master language. Look. Hoil ve'ino karui beno. You hear this? You hear this? A son of a Gentile, you have a father, you have a son. When a Jewish man has a child with a non-Jewish woman, it's not his son. It's not his son. It's not his offspring. It's not your son. Halachically.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist as a
shifcha?
son.
What is shifcha?
No, he's talking about the shifcha.
Yeah.
The child that he has with the shifcha doesn't exist. We don't realize, we don't appreciate lineage. Yes, when a goy is married to a goya, they are both not Jewish, but they are regular people. A substitute and a slave are, so to say, they're not.
So he had a child with the shofar, but yet when he has another child, that child technically doesn't exist, but it does exist because he can't have it before after that.
No, he doesn't.
Again, if he has with a regular goya, he has already a child.
Right.
If he has with a self-tattoo, the son doesn't exist, and therefore when he marries a Jewish woman, he's a bechor.
Oh, he can't. Okay.
So,
I
and the Rambam
misunderstood.
is explaining
Yeah.
the reason is because the child that you have from the shifra is not
Rabbi, what's the reason that the Bechor gets all these extra rights? Like, isn't that because he's the oldest? He'll have the family. He'll replace the father when he's not there.
could be one of the reasons, but it's definitely not the main reason.
Well, what's the main reason? You don't know.
Pick up the phone and talk to God direct.
It's the right hand.
Rabbis have speeches in Dash Lashid, I can use it, I can give you 18 other reasons, of course. If you really look in every family, I mean, I'm playing a game with you, playing along with your games, yes. But if you look at the Bechor, he carries everything the mother and the father has. Check all your kids. It might be not religious or extra religious, but he, every time, I mean, I look at my kids, I look at myself, I'm the Bechor, I look at everyone I know, I need a parent. This is the power. This is the essence.
On the other hand,
Takes
there's
that role.
there's
When
very
the lineage is a self-tattoo, I'm using now a dirty word, but this is halachically, he's having a child with an animal, not with a human.
Yeah.
Understand? If he is married to a goya, so she's not Jewish. She's a regular woman, regular man.
Yeah, but because he has a
Shifcha,
C-section, he's not
shifcha.
allowed this.
Okay, no, but this is psukim. This is psukim. Oh, Joseph is asking us, this is a good question, but it's psukim. Be'emet, Joseph, you should think about it. The first child in every family. The problem is very often, Joseph, we put so much heavy weight on the first child. We kill the kids very often, kill them. Couldn't become, because all the dreams that we have, we expect the first one. And,
I've seen cases, unfortunately, where the Bechor is less capable than the second one.
because
There's
the,
tremendous tension in the family because the
Because the-
second one exceeds the.
because very, very often the reason is because the parents, basically, the parents,
Have high expectations
high
of the
expectation
Bechor.
which suppress
Yeah.
and force the kids,
Almost giving up, so to speak.
Of course. No, but this is, yeah, no, but this is it's not,
Tremendous tension. You see.
it's not Judaism, it's
It's
psychology.
human nature.
Psychology. Yeah, look what we saw yesterday. Look at you, Joseph. You realize the Rambam is giving us the extremes to define, to make sure we understand. Aya b'chol mamzer, can you imagine Joseph? He has an affair with a married woman. He has an affair with a woman, he's not allowed, but this is his
It's
first
his
child.
first child.
There's nothing wrong with a kid.
He's Bechor.
Halachically, you cannot enter the Jewish community. He's a bechor. שנאמר כי את הבכור בין הסנוואר יכיר. You know, when we read the פרשת כי תצא, we read this children in kindergarten, כי יהיה לאיש שתי נשים, אחת אהובה ואחת שנואה. The snua means that legally should not be married to her. Yes? Says the Rambam. Here the Rambam learns Snua. Snua means Snua ben Yisueh. Yes. Zu Snua ben Yisueh. Not that she's not as pretty. She's very attractive. This is why I took her, but you are not supposed to be married to this woman. Still, is a Bechor.
Her child would be.
ואין צריך לומר אם היה בן גרושה, בן חלוצה, if a coin married a divorcee. It's a no-no, not as bad as
As a
a
mamzer.
mamzer. Still, the Rambam says, okay, this is really where we stopped yesterday. Halacha Yudal. The question was yesterday, who is believed? Remember, we believe the nurses. I know when you know today, yes, how many mistakes happens in the hospital. Yeah. Who is believed to identify that he is the Bechor?
Who's the older, in case of twins, for example, right? That's what.
Because the twins or people came from
Different
a
country.
different country. Shlosha ne'emanim al Bechor. 3 people are believed to identify. Who are they? Chaya, the midwife, Ve'imo, the mother, Ve'aviv. Please listen carefully. Chaya, the midwife, miyad. Miyad means in the delivery room, in the bedroom. שאמא אמרה, זה יצא ראשון, a day later,
declares it.
a day later, she's
At
not
the time of
believed.
delivery.
מיד, מיד.
That's
This is a Gemara.
Yeah.
ואימו, all שבעת ימי הלידה. All the 7 days following giving birth, נאמרת לומר, זהו הבכור. Now you realize, obviously, we're talking about twins or identical twins. ואביו לעולם. It sounds very funny, yes? But this is a גזירת הכתוב, because otherwise we have a big mix-up in lineage. ואביו לעולם, אפילו, this is how far the Rambam goes, it's a Gemara. אפילו אמר האב, על מי שלא הוחזק בלא כלל. Listen to this now. A man from outside is coming, and the father says, the truth, this is my first son. שלא הוחזק. He was not raised with a family. He comes from outside, and the father says, this is my Bechor. זהו בני, hey, this is my son. ובכורי הוא, נאמר.
He declared, regardless, without having
You do realize,
factual.
without going on to the emotional nonsense, basically by us, the world we live, Bechor, not Bechor Joseph, counts for what? Money, only money, right? But of course, in the Torah, it's
What else is there?
so therefore, if the father says that this black kid, this is my real first child, he can give him now all his money anyway. Every time you have the legal ability to deliver what your saying says, you realize here what he's doing. He is saying, I have, as the Rambam gave us yesterday, yes, I have $5 million and I have 4 children. Here, this guy is a Bechor. You can give him now whatever he wants anyway.
In his lifetime, how about after he passes away?
The-
The older one is acting like
but-
a second, so to speak, and
No,
the older one's getting cheated.
but the minute you believe it legally, now he has a name of a child.
It's technically, I mean, that's the law, but it's the law, just.
ואביו לעולם אפילו אמר האב על מי שלא הוחזק בלא כלל, זהו בני ובכורי נאמר. Now listen to this. לכן אם אמר על המוחזק לנו שהוא בכורו, אינו בכורו. Many kids running in the house, everyone assumes that this one is the Bechor.
Yeah.
Father says, guys are making mistakes. This is the one. Remember, we live in a world of fantasy. You have children in the house. Who says that he's number 1, who's number 2, who's number 3? People say, this one looks big, it looks, the other is not him. This is a Gzerat HaKatuv. Yes, the father is believed to identify. Who is the
Seems
Bechor. Oh, yeah.
not so factual, so to speak.
But,
Beside the money, there is also a question of giving the kavod. So over
Yeah.
there, it's important.
But the kavod is the game that we name it, yes. In reality, you could argue if he wants to give him the first kavod, anyway.
My son had twins. So he was yanking my chain. He said, what's the difference? We'll put one of the, either one. I said, no, these are Ner Shavuot. He said, I know. These are Ner Shavuot. I said, be careful. Yeah, I know. I know. He was just getting me nervous.
Listen to halacha. You should all live to 120 healthy. אין הבכור נוטל פי-2 בנכסים הראויים לבוא לאחר מידת אביו, אלא בנכסים המוחזקים לאביו שבאו לרשותו. When the Bechor gets double, it's only for real estate or jewelry or whatever that the father has when he died. Let's say a rich uncle died, and he left money to the Bechor doesn't get it.
Left
Right,
money
this
to
is-
the father who's deceased.
Right.
Right, and therefore there's assets there.
Any profit
After the
that
death.
comes in later,
Shared
yes.
equally?
Right.
Makes sense? Oh, no.
Let's say that the children collectively, before they divided the inheritance, decided to buy a jackpot, a lottery. And they won the jackpot. He's not getting double, right? This is profit.
After the
It
death.
came afterwards. What happened if the children hired workers to improve, hired workers to plant, and if any profit that comes, then it comes ra'ui. Now, what happened?
What about stock? If the father bought stock and that
Good.
Appreciation,
Listen a second. I'm asking you before stock, and you'll understand stock better now. What happened if the father died, someone owes him $1 million? The money that this fellow owes the money, the father has it, or when he pays it, you have the money. The halacha is that money that is being paid afterwards is like a new profit.
Really?
I mean, knowing the real world we live in, you understand?
If he has a star that says it's $100,000, isn't that star worth money?
unless the borrower left a collateral by the father.
Oh.
If he left a 24 karat tennis bracelet, then the father has the money.
Star would not count.
Right. So he's asking now, what happened in the stock? So this is the point.
Well,
The
piece of
point-
land that appreciates, $1 million piece of land.
no, the
No,
Yeah.
but this is the
family.
point. Carefully, the day of the death, the value of
That's the
the
accounting
stock
date.
was $100. As it happened, when they divided a month later, it's $150. Right?
50 is divided equally, the
The
100 is
50
not,
correct. The 50 is divided equally.
the 100 is divided.
The 100 gets double.
Wow.
Because the-
Rabbi, if they decided, the brothers collectively, to invest it into another stock, let's say, and the Bechor had 50%, and the rest of the brothers had the other 50, and that stock goes to triples, doesn't the Bechor keep his
Is it-
50% of whatever?
Yes, because when they decided to collectively invest it,
He invested a double
they
share.
invested double. You understand? But
Yeah.
I'm talking now, the day of death, the value of the stock that the father left is so and so. When they
Yeah.
divide it, double. This is called Raoul. This
So Rabbi, when you're saying that they divided it, they're not really dividing it at the time of death, because if it's 100 shares, if he owns 100 shares, the other one would,
question. So the answer is in the language of the Gemara in Baba Batra, which is now the Daf Yomi.
yeah,
When the father dies, they are partners in the inheritance. It's called Fusat.
Yeah.
Everyone,
yes.
everyone has equal share until they divide.
Yeah.
Until they divide. Okay, the Rambam now goes into many examples. Listen to this now. Look a second in a fascinating, go now to Perek Gimel Halacha Vav. Okay, Halacha, I told you by heart already that if someone owes money to the father, it's not considered an existing money. But look at Vav, here. This is Chidush Gadol. The father died. the Bechor says, I mean, let's make it okay. We have the father left 5 pieces of real estate, valued equally. So we know that the Bechor eventually gets 2. He's going and he's selling one of them, and he's saying, I'm selling my Chelek Bechora, Kodem Chaluka, Memkaro Kayam, מפני שיש לבכור חלק בכורה only קודם חלוקה. Before the father died, he has nothing, no one has anything. After he died, only the double, it is. So if he sells to the same fellow, the 2 parts that he has, 1/2 is not a sale. But if he says, I'm selling the part that I'm going to inherit as a whole, okay, this of course you need psukim.
But how does he mock the davar shelo bal la'olam in that case there?
Did you? I said twice the case to avoid this question. Davar shelo bal la'olam means the father is very sick. If any of the children is selling what he believes he would have in a month, this is lo bal la'olam. Even though your father has v'shalom is on his deathbed, the minute, listen carefully now, the minute the father died, everyone is a partner in this big pot. Pot, you cannot touch it until you get it, except Bechelek Bechorah that the Bechor gets.
Okay, got it.
That's all, which means the moment of death, he got already, he got it. Now, it's important to realize that if a man died without children, and his brother is meyabem his wife, he takes over all the assets of his brother.
Oh, there's no division of the assets.
Yes. Right. So sometimes this is the incentive, of course, to
No children.
to be meyabem, or maybe this is the big part of the problem.
The
Yes.
assets.
Now I want to show you another fascinating halacha.
So let's assume there's no children. That's what Mary says. There's no children.
There's
No children.
only
children.
if there's no children.
There wouldn't be a yibum otherwise.
Of course. Now look a second at Perek Hamishi, and this is a kids. Mishalosha, every woman that gets a divorce or gets married has to wait Perek Hamishi Halacha Gimel. Any woman that gets divorced or remarried has to wait 3 months. Why? Just in case she's pregnant from the first. Mishalosha hat achar ba'ala shlosha chodeshim. She did not wait. Then he said, "Ve'yalda ben." ואין ידוע אם בן 9 לראשון או בן 7 לאחרון. Okay, so today I guess we'll make.
Could you use this to explain the thing with David that Bain did not live did not live the full term? I mean, are we able to?
Wait. Here, the baby is a healthy baby, but who is the father? The man,
First man or the second?
the ex-husband, or the second. So now you realize this case in the Gemara is being used in many situations. For instance, Makeh aviv ve'imo mot yuma. Yes. If this baby punches one of them, we cannot punish him. If he punches the second one.
We don't mean
Why? Because we're not sure what your father. But here the Rambam is talking about money. משלוש שעת אחר בעלה 3 חודשים ונישאת וילדה בן. ואין ידוע אם בן 9 לראשון או בן 7 לאחרון. איזה, listen good now. איזה הבן יורש את אחד משניהם. Joseph, what happens here? The children of the first husband are pushing him away. How do we know that you are what? And the children of the second, how do we know that you are what? So he gets nothing from the inheritance.
Either way.
Even though we are sure that he's the son of one of 2.
When in doubt, do that.
Now, backwards, he met a man. Whatever if the kid made money on his own.
Right.
It is now the brothers from the first say, hey, he's our brother, we have to share his
And
inheritance.
then he passes away, the brothers would inherit it, but who's the brothers?
ואם
the
מת
first-
הבן, שניהם יורשים אותו וחולקים בשווה. מפני ששניהם ספק, שמא זה אביו וזה אביו. Now, of course, if he has children, of course his children will get it. Let's say he died single, It's a
All the brothers
50-50.
split it?
right?
Wow.
All the brothers.
Are
So you
both-
realize
both-
when it comes to
both
give, the rule is המוציא מחברו עליו הראיה. If you want to take money out of me, you have to prove it. But since he doesn't have any children, so this is a rule, there's no exception to it. ממון המותר בספק חולקים, if there are no other claims. Okay, have a חודש טוב, we'll continue.
Oh,
Tomorrow we'll probably go to Yaakov Avinu, תיקן תפילת ערבית, we'll see tomorrow what does it really mean to us.
Have a good day, Rabbi.
חודש טוב.
what is
חודש
tough?
טוב.
That's what's up.